Okay, so it says I'm broadcasting now. Now, is it actually broadcasting? That is the question. Okay, so it still shows I'm live. Now, am I going to stay live? Stay live, stay live, stay live. Please, please, please. Oh, tower is up. But I'm about to get an energy. I could use the cans, to be honest. Okay. Let's see if this is going to work now. Get rid of that. Put that up. Because I don't know. Ah. Okay, maybe this will work. Hopefully this is working. Okay. Let's see. So there is someone still up. Squishy. I'm gonna use my main attack team. This team. Well, that made short work of Wayland's. And that made short work of the rest of it. So, again, Mercer leads can be very daunting at times because you don't know what you're going to come up against. You don't know who's going to start out stunned and who's not. But right now my Priya just seems way overpowered. Just off of her basic attack, she had a double attack that ended up killing her initial target and then both Waylands. So usually a team like that would cause me more problems, but right now my Priya is on extra juice. That's what it feels like, at least. Giving you guys a heads up now, in about 20 minutes I'm going to have to go move my car again. And hello, folks. Whew. Oh, I got a tower. War is over. Let's see. Jumping in war here. Still live. Perfect. So right now with war, we'll give you guys a little look. Pink Unicorn, so my faction's currently in first. We have 36 wins. We have 12 factions that have warred at least once, but we've only really been matching these top 3 factions. Occasionally, I think we've got Reborn Kingdom a couple times, Looney Tunes once or twice, Vanguard. Yeah, so let's see. Right now, I'm almost at my 100k milestone. Hey, Emin. So, pretty happy with that. I could use that GPS. A Lilith is always useful. I would have liked to see a bit more here, to be honest. Like, I like the league tokens as well. But, I don't know. After 100k, it's kind of hard to keep pushing yourself. I just got this, so I redeemed my dog pins. So, I have a choice of these cards. Now, right now I'm a little caught up because I could get princess cards because they're very hard to come by, but I'm also looking to try and get Secretary Gao. So let's see where I'm at with him. So I actually have 2 of him already, and I'm working on maxing out the second one. If I picked up the 2300 cards here, I'd be at 3000 cards, and that's very close in my opinion to getting him as an S class. And the reason why I want him as an S class is because of his active skill here. Up to 2 teammates gain plus 60% AP. That would mean some natural AP rushes on the second turn, which would be amazing. Oh, you saw the podcast? Glad you liked it, Captain Walker Slayer. Yes, milestones are pretty bad. I don't know. I'd have liked to see a bit more. We're so short on gear, so an energy refill, some mod scraps. I get it, mod scraps are important, but I'd rather see the armory tokens and stuff. The arena ticket I'll take. Again, the Lilith and stuff, I'll take it, but it seems a little poor for being the 100k milestone. Right here for the war itself, if we come in first, that'll be another 760 S-class items. So, and with no princess cards here, I'm definitely going to get gal cards. So, I'm kind of just trying to pool my way that way. Ooh, 3 factions warring, that's tough. Hey, God, Jiren. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, by the way. I actually have a new defense team. So I finally got my Mercer. And this is not what this should be labeled as. Or alt. So these are my 2 defense teams at the moment. What I'm kind of going with. They're actually working pretty well. This is like the first time ever that I'm actually having defense. So it's pretty exciting to, well, not be destroyed right away. But yeah, I finally got my S-Class Mercer from the Red Velvet Cakes. I find that he's stunning pretty well. Like, I'm running a green and blue team here, as you see. The other team is entirely blue. And I'm kind of just swapping between them. I'm not exactly sure what's better or worse. I haven't updated my game yet, so I don't have the option to duel myself. I made the mistake the other day in Faction Assault. I auto-selected my team, and that raised my team grade to S15. I was hanging out at around S13+, and that was a pretty nice area just because my overall rate, like for rating in tournaments, it was a lot easier to score points. Like the team grade that I run is an S13+. If I end up warring a lot, it might set me up well to not, well, hopefully to not move up to Diamond 5 again. I want to drop down to Diamond 3, I think, depending on what stretch this is, but I'm at over 1 million season tokens right now. Let's see actually the schedule. I always forget where to look for the schedule. Okay, so it's the home stretch next week, so even if I end up in D4 or D5, that's not a bad thing because you can't really drop back anyway. So, like if we look back here, started in D3, got promoted to D4, then D5, stayed in D5, demoted myself to D4, thankfully, and I'm just hanging out in D4, and I'm kind of happy with it. I tried this past week to get demoted to D3, but I got stuck just inside the bracket there, so that's kind of unfortunate. Say hello to the YouTubes. So yeah, I guess my thinking for like these defensive teams. So on the first turn for both of them, I have Mercer being able to stun the enemy. My Priya has Rampage, so if she's able to attack, that's a lot of damage done. I kind of like Steve because he has this double attack weapon and at 400% damage, so he actually has the potential to kill the enemy while on defense. And then because his rush is indirect damage, it would do well against like payback tunes or anyone who uses like a bide on attack. So if someone's trying to get me to rush too fast on the other team in order to like implode myself to self-destruct, Steve is a good addition because he won't apply damage with his rush the same way like that, so he can't trigger payback basically. I haven't increased his active skill. I don't want him using that bonus 15% AP very often. It's an initial cooldown of 5. I should have left it at 6 because there's not many tunes that use infection, especially on attack. So I should have just left it where it was before, so that's my mistake. I'm running Angel on this team because of her exhaust skill. So on the first turn, it would prevent, so Mercer's already preventing people from being able to attack or do anything on the first turn to an extent. Angel, with her active skill, is preventing unnatural AP gain. And then by running a Magna, this is just with a normal, impair weapon, I'm forcing them to attack her, and right now they don't have any AP to start if Mercer was able to stun them. So it's just kind of giving me a chance to divert attention away from my attackers of Priya and Steve. On this other team, I have taken Steve and Magna out, and I have Cole in as well as Douglas. So Douglas provides a Guardian Shield. He has an active Confuse skill. His Rush can taunt, heal, and provide a defensive bonus. And then Cole, on the first turn, he can taunt the enemy and cut their attack. in half, so it's just a team that offers me a bit of control for defense. Hey Hunter, hola, and hola Marcos. Kata is not here with me right now. She is back home in, I'm not going to tell you exactly where she lives actually, because that's not my place to say. So right now I'm just dropping my defense. I'm using all human shields for my defense at the moment. Like I just don't want to deter people from fighting and playing, so I drop in some cases, don't drop in all cases. And yes, I'm working on the weapons. Like Priya's weapon is actually completely done. It's just the game doesn't update properly. Hola Brazil, yes. Steve, his weapon's being worked on. Mercer's weapon is also being worked on, so everyone's weapons are being worked on right now. Hey, Trailer Trasher. Welcome to the live stream. Yep. Another heads up, in about 15 minutes, I have to go move my car again. So just bear with me. And now it's time to take a tower. Again, I just like using the one Abraham. It means that there's less animation that has to be done, and he's able to kill everyone off of his rush. So I just find it to be pretty effective. Hi Pims, welcome to the live stream. I won't be on for too long, guys. I'll do a few wars and stuff. If you guys have any questions or anything, feel free to ask away. I had a bit of extra time this morning because I didn't have class at 9:30 like usual, so yeah, there's that. I could go after another tower, but I want to show you guys just some attacks, I guess. Let's see. So my main attack team, taunt there, rush. Rushes are of this turn. And sometimes on these teams, I will end up taking a risk, like right here. If I got that double attack, I may as well just use the command to attack again. I don't really care if Angel rushes. Her trauma isn't that effective against my team because I only have Glenn who can kind of recover, and he recovers bleed, and not many teams like have a bleed tune. Like you kind of know if it's a bleed team because you'll see like Rolito, for example. This war I've been finding my attack has been pretty effective. Like, Priya is hitting ridiculously hard and is kind of just destroying, like, everything in her path. Like, right there, I didn't even rush. It was just a basic attack with a double attack that occurred after it, and that's it. I am gonna die soon again. I dropped my defense. I don't want to discourage people too much from playing. We're right now in, a region, and you gotta play nicely. You should play nicely, not just you gotta play nicely, but you should play nicely. You still want people to enjoy the game and, be around to actually play it, so when you can drop, you may as well. So, yeah, that's my 4 attacks. I'm gonna go try and take this tower, actually, try to get a can drop. If I get a can drop, then I'll probably end up using it just to show you guys some more attacks. But that was an interesting stat, or weapon mod on that last James, actually. Yeah, people's weapons are definitely getting better. That's what I've noticed. And it's nice to see that people do have the tokens to do something with it. Right now I'm a little concerned while taking this tower that my Abraham is going to die because there's a yellow trade advantage from these walkers. Oh, okay. 67 HP and a kill. It's annoying when there isn't a can drop, and you know what? I have like a bit of time here, so I'll take another hit. And as you see again, that damage that Priya does is pretty insane. Usually by the second turn, there's a lot of cases where I can just command Priya, and she will end up rampaging, double attacking, just killing the enemy very, very quickly. And, it honestly doesn't take any skill to do it. You just, I have the advantage here because I also put team player on Diego, so Priya actually is getting even more attack. more attack and more crit chance. So Priya is right now having a great time. I maxed her with promotion rings, so she has max vet rings. Her weapon isn't perfect, but it still does enough. Her mod set is decent in my opinion. This is the general type of mod set that I use on Priya when she has Rampage. If she didn't have a Rampage, I would use crit set mods instead to do more damage to the initial target, because Rampage is more based on the toon's attack than based on if they get a critical hit. Well, you need a critical hit, but there's no critical damage. Hey Mama Deadhead. Hello. Thanks for dropping in. I hope everyone out there has a good day, by the way, whether it's, well, the morning, day, or night. For me, it's not even 10, and again, I need to go out and move my car in a second. I'll probably do that when I'm waiting for the next war to start, so you guys will just have to bear with me during that. Oh, I forgot I hit auto, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be that big of a deal. Yeah, I kind of miss some of the challenge of having to really try and war with my team. I find Rampage almost like God mode on some games where, you know, it devastates everything, which tells me it's also devastating my own defense. So, little disconcerting, but not much I can do about that. Just means I have to become, well, a better player, and he's gonna rush. Okay. So now, matches like these are the ones that are interesting and to me are actually fun. So I'm going to focus my team. Going to attack here. Got some Rampage, which was good because now it opens up the field a bit because there's less shields. And this is where we're going to see what my team is kind of made out of. Okay, so that was reasonable. That wasn't not reasonable. Okay. Forced to attack. Rampage. So, still recovered even after that. That was partially because of double attack and Rampage, as you saw. So, again, if you can get Rampage, please try for it. War's going pretty good. We're right now in first. We haven't lost in our region yet. I've been trying to drop my defense in a lot of these wars recently. I still want to encourage other people to play, and I'm just attacking, you know, to get some points, help out my faction, and you know what, I still want to encourage the rest of the region to actively participate and not feel discouraged, because there are some good teams and good toons out there. There's some very good teams out there, actually. So, you know what, keep people in the game, keep people interested. I'll show you guys our leaderboard in just a second. So we have 37 wins and no losses. The Kelly Gang, 17 and 21. Choppa United. Now, Choppa United only has 17 people at the moment. They're waiting to move some more people in. We have the Kelly Outlaws, Reborn Kingdom, Looney Tunes, The Rejects, Vanguard, Necrophiliacs, Fueled by Ramen, Vanguardians, and The Greys. How's everyone else's wars going so far? Has it been interesting? Any close matches for you guys? Hey Ramos. Hi Fabiola. Let's open the... Oh, a war can. I really, really needed that. Let's see. So I've been kind of tempted to pick up this Mirabelle in the supply depot. Now, I wouldn't use her as a 6-star. I already have one, but I don't know. As a 5-star, I'm not sure if I could use her in arenas or not. I feel like I could just because she's a command toon, and I really do like my command toons. I find that they speed up a lot of matches or slow people down. You know, I've just picked up a few things. Right now I have a ton of assault markers just because of how many faction assaults we've been doing. So I've been picking up gear and other things from here when they're on sale now because I can afford it. I don't have a 6-star Tara yet, and I'm tempted to get this earring, but as soon as I get it, I guarantee you I am going to end up getting one in the faction assault bag, because that's kind of how the universe works, you know? because like in the rewards, you have your silver earring right there, or in the next one, same idea. And it's frustrating because I know as soon as I get it from the store, it's going to come up here, and that makes me very annoyed, to be honest. These Falcon tokens, I haven't had a lot of luck on them. I have gotten a couple of ascendables. Let's see, so I got another Maggie, so a command Maggie, and then I also got kind of a fun tune, one that I've always wanted just because the design's really cool. Where is he? But it's the blade-handed Rick. He's somewhere here. Here he is. So I've always wanted this tune. I think he looks really cool. He has a great design. I think I will level him up to a 6-star eventually. I think he'd be good on Survival Road. I really like Guardian tunes. I find that they're very effective. I've actually found them to be very, very effective also in Faction Assault. And we're kind of just waiting there. 8 factions warring has been fun at 220k so far. Nice war score. I'm at 93,000 points. And let's see, I only have 8 war fills. I had 10 to start, and then I got 6 more from a war bag. So I'm a little annoyed just because it feels like I can't actually war the way that I want to. Yeah, sometime during this war, or maybe at the end of it, I'm gonna have to go move my car, guys. In first with 2 losses, pretty happy with SOB reforming. Nice! That's awesome. Happy to hear it. And yes, fun faction name, Pink Unicorn. So I went from a Twilight Princess to a unicorn, which is pretty fitting, I think. You got Slater, that's awesome. And you got Kyle. Still, Ascendables are good. I wish that I got Kyle, and I wish that I got Slater, and I wish that I got Wayland. Like, just give me all of them, Hey, Dimas. Fabiola, 12 factions warring. Me and my friend moved down to help a lower faction before we transferred out. And it's been fun. Oh, I'm glad it's been fun. That's what's been really, that's like the most important thing, to have fun with what you're doing. Like we play these games to have fun, and, wherever you end up finding that fun is important. Okay, let's see. I actually might put my defense up in this one because I want to play. Like, I want to war. So, I sometimes do these scoutings mainly to try and get a raid can because they do drop. And that would be really incredible, actually, because as a free-to-play player, it's hard to stock up and keep up your resources. So, things like war, in my opinion, are a great way in order to pick up some of those things. So, you know what, I'll put this one up for now, see how it does. Again, I've been going back and forth between them. Still need to work on weapons for that team, mods of course, so it'll be interesting to see how my team comes along. 4 stars in the Falcon polls. I've been getting a lot of 5 stars, to be honest. Another war with use, yeah. The rewards for this war are not great. I'm excited that I'm going to get some S-class items from it, but still, it's kind of like the milestones could be better, because it's really just the faction, like the rank rewards to me that are what people are pushing for, and it being during a work week, it's very difficult for people to, take the time out to actually get around to this, so I feel like Scopely should make it a little more worthwhile, so that players, will take that few hours to score some points, because it's a difficult commitment for a lot of people, like myself included. Everyone out there, has family and friends, work, a life, school, so to take the time out to actively participate in wars, and with sometimes the matchmaking time taking, 20 minutes or so, it can be a little daunting to wait so long. My Steve, I think he's doing pretty good. Like, the reason why I'm using him on defense is because he has that double attack weapon, but it's at 400%. So the 400% damage to me is pretty incredible. And then also he has, sorry, I'm trying just to think as I go, but he also has his rush, which does indirect damage, be super important and helpful. Sorry guys, that was my timer to move my car, so I'm gonna have to do that in a second. I'll do it right after war is done here. Ugh, reflect damage. Still gonna auto away because it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's a lucky taunt. Attack here. Get that splash here. Gonna use the active skill on Priya first to get rid of the defense buff before rushing Priya. But getting rid of that defense buff, obviously she does more damage, which also means she does more damage off of her rampage, which is probably the most important part, in my opinion, to her at the moment. Because it causes 2 additional attacks. If it was just 1 additional attack, it'd be a little different. But because it applies damage to 2 other tunes, it's like spending $1 and getting back 3. This is a solid team here. Okay, I got some luck there. Let's see. You have stunned. You don't. Going to do this. Yeah, because I gotta kill this frost. That's the thing. Let's see. I gotta think about this for a second. I'm going to defense down, then I'm going to rush, then I'm going to attack and command rush my coal. Okay, so that worked out pretty good. But I need to handle Pete. Okay, so I got it. So that match there required a little more thinking, because I had to get off that, like I had to kill the shield and I had to get through it in order to get at my primary target. Okay, so a stun, that's good. Attack here. Oh, that Priya has rampage, but it's on a dazed weapon, so it's a little less effective. Won't do as much damage. Yes, it sucks that I have to move my car all the time, but yesterday I actually got a parking ticket. And I'm actually going to dispute it because I was moving my car on time. Dang it, rampage triggered that. So I was moving my car on time the other day, but I don't know. I'm gonna guess I didn't move it far enough or something, but I'm actually trying to dispute that ticket, and I just lost this match. You know what, I'll take out 1 character with me, and then I'm going to flee, because that way I'll get an additional few points off of, even off of the loss, you can get a few additional points, so just going to take that. Where am I attacking? I'm supposed to be here. So I'm just waiting on that. Okay, so it's competitive in your region, Ramos. That's awesome. Because I can... yeah, I can get you a Steve mugshot. Yep, just remind me on Discord or online. And... yeah, I'm gonna have to move that car soon. I will... oh, that's annoying. When you kind of wait around for a camp and then you find it destroyed anyway. But, so right after this match, I am going to go in with my car. So hopefully it won't take too much longer, just because I don't want to get a ticket. Again. Again is the key word there. So let's see, attacking Lucky. Attack, attack, attack. Attack, attack. In this case, I'm going to rush on this second turn because I have, you know, both James and Priya ready to rush. And there we go. Okay, I have a few seconds, going to try and take another tower because I like my work hands. Sure, Dimas, you can private message me on Discord, that works for sure. That works for sure. I'm just not going to do it during the live stream because obviously like I play on my phone, so I don't really want that coming up with everything. So yeah, just poke me after the live stream's done. I will be back, like, so when I go to move my car, I'm just going to leave my phone on idle. So sorry about that. It won't be that interesting, but some things you have to do. Oh, already destroyed. Already destroyed. So it's just Squishy that's left. You know, we have some good attackers going on here. Yeah, I want the hit. I want the hit more than the tower because I still have that 1 energy left. I'm modding my James. I have 20 seconds. I can show you briefly. I have attack set mods with crit chance, crit damage, and stun resist, attack versus alert. So the reason is because of how collateral damage 2 works, where it applies damage to adjacent targets based on his attack. So he has to have a critical hit, so it's kind of like Rampage in that way. He has to have a critical hit, but it needs to... Oh, shoot, okay. Wait. I don't care if Dale rushes. He's going to defense down me, but that's okay. Going to attack here. Control. Kill. Okay. So this match is going to be over in just a second. So yeah. Attack set mods just because of how collateral damage 2 functions. If collateral damage 2 was different, like I might do crit damage mods. If you do crit damage mods on James, then he's going to apply more damage to the initial target, but less damage compared to attack set mods to the adjacent targets. So I prefer to do more damage to the adjacent targets because he's doing damage to 3 of them versus just damage to the center tune. So it's spreading out the damage a bit more instead of doing pinpointed damage, if that makes sense. Which again is very similar to Rampage and how it functions, by hitting 2 additional enemies for 150% of a damage of a basic attack. So by it being a basic attack, that means it's ignoring if it has, like, ignoring the crit damage that would be applied, because to get Rampage you need a critical hit. So I hope that made sense to you. If it didn't, I'm sorry. I can try to explain it again differently, like maybe in a video or something. But I really hope that this ends quickly so that I can go move my car. GG. I am using Steve on defense, so after I move my car, I'm going to mention why I'm using him there. Again, I need someone to kill this guy, so then when I go and move my car, I can come back and still be in the war queue. Can you help with teams? I took a couple months breaks and I'm behind. Sure, Pizza Cake. You can reach out to me online at Linkesus, LINKESUS, with a period at the end, or you can find me on Discord. I'm going to have to figure out, you know what, I really should be attaching my Discord channel to the bottom of all my videos. Yeah, I'm going to figure out how to share that link with a link that does not, like, expire. Come on, unicorns. Can someone kill him? Can someone kill him? Okay, perfect. Okay, guys, so I'm in queue. I will be back in like 3 minutes. Hold on. Okay, so I am back now. Sorry about that. And apparently I left my computer where I was touching all my letters, or at least some of them, so I have a really long message of nothing that was going to be sent. Whew, okay. Your first Dayu, that's awesome. And Mercer and Arav. Dang, that's awesome, Dimaz. Yep, because the red velvet cakes are being retired. Yeah, I would love to have torches brought back. I'm still not grinding for Pete, to be honest. Like, I'm gonna get him eventually. I need, what is this? 525 more blue keys, and then I'll finally have Pete. Which, it's been a long time, but it's going to happen soon. Going to be soon. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we're going to be facing against Choppa. Diablo, are you not in? Really? Alas. So I'm going to be going after Water Tower. Yep, so just going to be waiting for a bit. You only have 500 keys of him. That's kind of funny. I'm in the Long region. So we just had a couple factions actually move out of the region. Savages and Strangeland. Hi, Radcliffe. Diablo, how did you miss? There's like 16, 17 people in your faction. I can't kill you on live stream now. Joking. So, yes, someone asked before about Steve, so this is one of the defenses I'm running at the moment. Now, the reason I'm running my defense this way is because Mercer can stun up to 5 enemies. Priya does a lot of damage with her rampage, so if the opponent is stunned on the first turn, she has a chance to potentially kill them on her first turn. What I like about Steve is that his double attack weapon makes a second attack with 400% damage. Most times double attack weapons are like 150%, or on a double attack blue tune it's 175%. And then on most other tunes where it's a special weapon, so like Merlin and Rosie or Henyon, it's 200%. So the fact that he does 400%, it's a pretty good weapon in my opinion. I'm working on his weapon right now. What I also like about him is that his rush does burn damage, so indirect damage. And I find that to be very effective because attacking tunes obviously don't have a lot of HP. This would also prevent someone from running a payback team against me as much because his indirect damage as well as the double attack from him and then also from Priya could actually cause me to kill them before I actually need to rush. And that's why I don't have a command tune on this team. Angel with her active skill will exhaust the enemy so they can't use a natural AP gain, and then I have Magna with a basic impair weapon. Who's my favorite tune based on everything, so how good the tune is and the design? Well, I think you guys kind of all know like who my favorite tune is just based off of design and kind of just as a tune in general, and that would be Carl, and that's why he's like my profile picture. He's like how I represent myself as Link. And he was like my first 6-star tune that I got in the game. I got him off of a really lucky pull. I can't even remember where, but he was really good back in the day. True defensive lead. He actually made my attack team for a while when I didn't really have any 6 stars. And he's just always been a fan favorite for me. Right now, Priya is rocking it though. You know, she is just insane with her double attack weapon and rampage. I feel so lucky to have that weapon. So I feel blessed basically because she just makes my team so much better. Let's see. So I didn't use Cole's active skill this turn because I want to use it this turn potentially. So I will use it on... Oh, no. I'm dazed. My bad. So the downside here is he's going to get 60% AP from Gao, unless I can kill Gao. Okay, so now I don't actually want to kill Gao. I want to let him rush. I'm going to attack here and attack here. So that's fine. I don't care that much if he rushes. Going to get rid of this shield. Going to rush in the center. See where I'm at after. Rush. And then just auto the end. So one of the biggest parts, important pieces to me in my, for attacking is learning how to adapt to a situation as it changes in front of your eyes, because things change quite quickly, and if you're not able to adapt to those changes, it can leave you in a very difficult position. Sometimes I don't use Cole's active skill on the first turn, just because I would like to use it on the second turn without having to rush him. I don't think Cole can kill Krista there, so that's why I used his active skill to cut her attack in half and then take that extra turn. I'd rather be a little safe than sorry on it. I don't want Raven to use her active skill. Going to attack and try to kill Xander, which didn't happen, which is okay. Going to attack here. Defense down. Should be able to kill here. Attack center. Got the double attack, or it might have been the rampage. I think it was the rampage actually, and the double attack. And then I move on from there. So now I'm on to Jax. Okay, so I'm going to give defense to the line. Oh, that's nice. Saving that active skill again. I don't even know if I actually had it now that I look at the team. Sometimes I get into that mode where I don't even realize exactly who I'm fighting, just that I'm fighting them. Can use this active skill so that Pete doesn't heal himself, and then just auto the end because I know that James, Priya, Cole, etc. It's just going to end it there. Now on to attacking here. Going to see how much damage I can produce. Okay, so going to rush, give 100% defense. That's not terrible, to be honest. Attacking here, attack there, try to kill Priya. Pete's going to heal the team. Krista's going, didn't heal the team. Never mind, my bad. Yeah, just basically attacking there, no big deal. Your faction went from being 3rd in the region to 8th in the region after WOC, yeah. Because people are moving around, right? So that can be tough for a lot of factions because there's a lot of transferring and moving, and it's tough when you're locked into a region for so long as well, because you don't know the next time that you're going to be able to get out of it. Okay, so kind of just waiting. Not doing bad, second there. Lost some tunes in a match or two. Have over a minute to wait on towers. And have a minute and change waiting there, so I'm just going to hang out on a tower, I guess. Take a look at some questions and stuff. Is the green tune with the dog good or worth it? So Marlin and Rosie. I don't mind him. I'm going to use him in Onslaught mainly. I'm going to up his active skill, and I'm not going to worry anymore about his rush, really. I want to use him in Onslaught because he's going to be able to do a lot of damage off of basic attacks. I just added crit to him because I'm saying this is my Onslaught tune where I don't want him to rush. So whenever he, gets an attack off, if he's able to get a critical hit, he's going to apply more damage this way. He has that double attack weapon, which is important and special. So if he can use this active skill and gets 150% attack, I don't really care about the AP, it's all about the attacking part of it. I think that could be really useful, and then the lightning reflexes could also be useful on an Onslaught attack team. Oh, late on the start of this. Oh well. Sorry guys, still a little sick. My opinion on Steve is that he is either on B class or A class because of his unbalanced stats. Okay, I can see that. I don't think Steve is great, but I don't think he's bad either. I just want to use him kind of to deal with some of the paybacks that are used on attack, because I know that some toons on my team, especially Priya, could trigger them very easily. No issues facing Steve Diablo, that's fine. Like, again, I don't expect it to do a ton. I am getting some defense, so like I can always just switch it over here. Try out Douglas. Like, I need to update my game so that I can start dueling myself. I think that would be helpful and important, so that I can kind of figure out what works and what doesn't. I'm super excited to have my Mercer now. I think it's going to be a much stronger attack or defense team, and potentially an attack team against other Mercer teams. But time will tell. Okay, so attack here. Let's see if this time I can get the kill. Oh, but I got the stun, so that works out anyway. James is gonna die soon, that's okay. Let's see. Or he's not going to die, so I just used Cole's active skill there so that I cut her attack in half so that she didn't accidentally hit James. War is over. I didn't want her to hit James by mistake because then he could have died. So just kind of playing it safe a little there. And I guess I just hit my 100,000 point milestone. Yep, so 102,000 points. Would have liked another milestone, I guess, but I know that it would be difficult for a lot of other people because, again, it's a work week, so I totally understand why the milestones are smaller during Blitz. And then also there's the bottleneck of not having a lot of factions to war against in your region sometimes. My game is slow, like the stream is a little slow, Trailer Trasher, so don't be depending on me to be your war notification. How do I know if I can transfer out? Okay, Pizza Cake, it depends on the region that you're in. So, like, I still have a key because I got a free key from going to WOC. But there's a transfer period based on what region you're in. So I can't transfer. Faction event, that's one thing. Let me see. So it's a faction event. And then also in the forums, it lets you know when your transfer period is. And that's based on the region that you're in. They should introduce something new into the game, something like Faction Assault, but with the Whisperers. Yeah, that would be something cool. That would be very cool, actually, because, like, this is getting a little boring in some ways. Like, we're just repeating the same thing. As you see, we are finishing the Tier 6 in 43 attacks, and that's trying to ensure everyone gets an attack in as well, so, we failed the first time we did it, but ever since then, it's been really kind of just breezing through it because we know what to expect instead of just, stacking up on people at the start and stuff. And we're trying to spread around the leashes for people who need them or people who want Falcon tokens. So defense non-existent. Yeah, my defense were never existent before I got Mercer, which only happened like yesterday or the day before yesterday or whatever. So it's kind of exciting to have a toon that can actually do something interesting, unique. In my opinion, he's one of the best defensive leads out there just because there's no true counter for him. I know that people would say that Tiffany, let me go look at her actual card. People would say that Tiffany is a counter, but at the same time, because it's on her active skill, it's coming down to RNG again, because even if you put a 75% stun resist mod on her, it does not mean she is going to, resist the stun. She has a high chance to, but if she doesn't, then the rest of your teammates, should still have a stun resist mod on them, just because you can't rely on just the one toon there. If they had made Tiffany similar to Lance, so Lance's lead skill, so a 50% maim resistance, so that's a chance at maim resistance. So half the time, toons behind Lance will be able to resist maim. So if that was a lead skill but with stun resist, then that would be a counter to Mercer, in my opinion. But what we have right now is just kind of like a bandage instead of actually treating the wound itself or preventing the wound. When does the update get dropped? So some people are getting the update now. I'm not sure when the forced update will come in. So I'm kind of waiting to do that till after war if I can, because I don't want to get caught up, like where where my game doesn't load properly or something. Yeah, I hide my chats. I don't try to go into my faction chat when I'm live streaming. I don't think it's good etiquette. Anything interesting here? This war bag, I really don't like it. Basically paying 200 coins per can, so not a fan. Yes, if Tiffany gets stunned, she's pretty useless. Six-Star Dale, nice. Six-Star Dale is a great tune. Like I have my Dale here. He was an anchor in my team for many, many months. He was just super effective because of his active skill and his rush. Oh, I remember when they were messing around with his rush because his main was going through human shields and applying the defense down, even though it should have been blocked by like guardian shields, sorry. And there was just a bunch of problems with him for a long time, so I'm glad that they fixed him. Yeah, there's actually a lot of tunes when you think about it that have had problems before. Like I remember when they nerfed the Wanderer, so his rush got a lot weaker after he was released, like 2 weeks after he was released or something like that. I remember when he first dropped, I had picked him up recently, and I heard that he was going to become a 6-star, so I had him maxed out because his rush was very interesting as a 5-star. It was very similar to this. So I actually used him on attack for a while. Well, up until they nerfed him, to be honest. Just that rush was really effective for me because it was actually not just for any of those enemies that are alert or strong, but for any enemy on the opponent's team that were alert or strong. They got minus 60% attack and minus 60% defense, which was huge, really. So he used to be a fan favorite of mine. Of course, there's the 6-star Michonne that got nerfed incredibly. Well, they say she's now working as intended, but it was just kind of ridiculous, in my opinion, that it happened right after they had released her for a second time. And where is she? There she is. So before, it wasn't a 600% total. It was like she was doing 600% damage on each attack. And it's kind of funny now because when you think about it, like 600% damage on, say, 2700 attack. And now when we get up to, like, where's Priya? Priya S-Class. She has almost double that attack, and she does 275% damage. So, and then she does 3 of those attacks. Just, it's crazy to me how much the game has changed sometimes. Hi, Lee. Turk, I just came back to the game and I haven't played since 2017 or whenever 6-stars was. Turk, if you're gonna play, I would say start out in a new region. Like start from scratch so that you're kind of growing with the game and with the players there. If you try to start, say, in a very active region that's a bit older, it might be very difficult for you to catch up at all. There's just such a big gap since the 6-star era, like these new S-Class tunes that have come out. Let's take a look, actually. So, like, Priya as a 6-star, 3100 attack, 2000 defense, 2000 HP. Priya's an S-Class, 5400 attack, 3400 defense, and almost 3600 HP. So, as you see, there's a huge bump in stats. And if you start playing in a region where a lot of people have these S-Class tunes already, it's going to be very difficult for you to really enjoy the game. Just waiting now. Try to go for Slice, or wait for the new war wheel. Alice. You must mean Alice. That's a tough call. You know, like, we have no idea who's on the new war wheel. I would still like to pull Raven off this wheel. She would be really effective for my team. Even Alpha could be kind of interesting to use, at least in Onslaught, just a tune that I don't have. I've pulled 2 Alices and a Dale. Raven is the one that I want, and I want her badly, but I feel like she's not going to be in my cards. Nope, don't nerf my Priya. My Priya is very happy the way she is. Yep, the Wanderer nerf was very painful. For me, they nerfed the Wanderer right after I ended up getting a second one from the supply depot. So I was super cheesed off because, you know, he was great and I had this idea on how to run 2 of them. And then all of a sudden he was nerfed and nerfed a lot, and I was just super frustrated. I would say that recently I've acquired a few more S-Class tunes, and they've been free ones. Like Steve for me was free from WOC. Mercer, the Red Velvet Cakes I could collect in on. I recently got a Rav. You know, Angel came out not that long ago. I feel good that I was able to max out my Priya. I picked up Marlin and Rosie like everyone else did. So it's kind of nice. I feel like I've kind of progressed, and I feel like my attack teams have gotten better as well as my defense. You think that everyone should get a free spin every day? That would be nice, but that's how they kind of sell the Survivors Club thing, too. You know, by saying, you can get a free spin every day. So I remember when there was a Conrad wheel up, and you had a chance of actually pulling coins from that wheel. And you know what people did? They just made a bunch of minis for those who had Survivors Club, and then they pulled on all of those minis because they could pull, like, coins go back and forth between regions. So that was pretty smart. I remember when Hina came out on the roadmap. Like, I actually kind of wanted her. I like Hembridge tunes. They're pretty interesting. She's in this wheel now. This idea of not doing direct damage is interesting. The amount of bleed that she applies is way too low. The 300 bleed damage, it should be at least 600 in my opinion, maybe 500. That'd be fair, because it only goes over 2 turns. Hemorrhage ability is nice. Active bleed, you know, just kind of a nice bleed tune to have, but could be better as well. Martinez is a very strong lacerator. Davy's a bit of a weaker one. Princess doesn't do a lot for me. Still waiting on matching, which takes a while. Hey Pedro. My Priya's modded this way. So she's modded with attack set mods because she has Rampage. If she didn't have Rampage, I would just do crit damage set instead. Stun resist because with her multiple attacks, she can get stunned and stopped pretty easily. Crit damage mod because that way on a critical attack, which is either on her normal basic attack or in the double attack, she can do a lot more damage. Crit chance mod because I want her Rampage to go off more. Attack versus alert because there's a lot of alert tunes on defense at the moment. And then an attack mod just to round it out. Okay, global's the way global is. I have Mercer's weapon cooking, and I have Steve's weapon also cooking. It's kind of funny that, it's a pool skimmer. So, like, to get all the stuff, like the leaves and stuff out of your pool, that's what he's using as a weapon in the zombie apocalypse. In my opinion, he'd do better with, like, a lacrosse stick. But, that's just me. The waiting. Really don't like the waiting. But at least I've hit my 100k. There's a few people in the faction that have already hit their 100k, actually. So I have Robert is very, very close. Schmeardock already passed it a while ago. Viva is past it. So yeah, basically everyone's basically scoring, which is nice. Oh, anytime you guys can match me, that would be great. I'm running those exact mods, but I don't have Rampage. Yeah. Rampage is what really just makes a team, in my opinion. It is completely devastating and it's too overpowered. For those of you who haven't checked it out, go check out Lockdown's channel. Him and I did a podcast for the Road episodes, and I actually have one coming up with him as well. My version, which hopefully will come out this week, but I'm still working on editing it because I am not very good at editing. I also have a midterm this week, so I I am a little behind on things. I'm still sick, if you guys can hear it. I was also kind of an idiot the other day where I ended up smacking my head off a refrigerator. So I almost knocked myself out by doing that. So that was just amazing. Ah, it's a holiday today. That's awesome. I wish it was a holiday for me. An event where everyone gets the same exact team. Okay, if everyone got the same exact team, but they had to figure out how to use it, that would be kind of interesting, for sure. Everyone come to Long Region. Yeah, feel free. The more the merrier. Hello, Eric. Ooh, okay. So someone's searching. That's good. Kelly Gang. Yes, global's the way global is. Yep. It's true though. Global, I don't like to comment that much on global sometimes. It can get a little crazy, different, wild, not my scene all the time. Kelly Outlaws. Not the Kelly Gang. So didn't get creamy here. Let's see. I'll be nice. I can play nice. Going to go for Water Tower first. I have a raid energy that I'm going to try and get try and get a raid can off of. So I'm actually going to show you kind of my safe team that I have in the making. So, how to stop a stun team by stunning them yourself type of thing. It's a very safe team to use. It's not very exciting. One of the best ways to stop a team from stunning you everywhere is by stunning them yourself. Yeah, I'd probably do this here. That defense down. And it's going to bite me in the butt. Let's see. Rush here. This is a super safe team that I have. And I've seen a lot of people use Mercer against Mercer, so I have it in my back pocket. I don't really use it that much. I'm not used to it, nor do I think it's that strong. I'd rather, win fast or die fast. I might bounce on your team, Diablo. Who knows? Yeah, Creamy, I would have liked to play against your team too, but, bad luck. Got the Outlaws instead of the gang. So this will probably be my last war on live stream. It's just I have class in about 50 minutes, and with how long wait times and search times have been, I'll probably just get this war in, and then by the time we get another one, I'll have to be on my way. Should I get Priya to 40% and huge AP, then upgrade to a 5-star? Yes. Yes, you should. That was at you, Pizza Cake. And yes, I just got Mercer the other day, which has been super exciting for me because I've finally started to get defense again. I have not gotten defense in a long time, or really ever. So this is huge for me. I kind of wish I had this type of team for WOC, but I'm okay with having it after, because it means that I finally do have it, and it's not perfect, but it is my own, and better late than never. Let's get some kills in. And I got the tower, but no raid can, so little annoyed at that. Oh, nope, that's us. Going to attack here. Oh, I missed that impair weapon. Totally missed that. That's unfortunate. Let's see. So this match would have been over a lot faster if I'd paid attention. If I'd paid attention, then I wouldn't have hit Priya first. I probably would have hit Pete first. I still ended up winning the match, but it just took a bit longer than what I wanted it to take. As you see, Rampage again is way overpowered. Dead. Let's see. Double attack, so weak. Stunned him. I'm gonna take a risk here. So who's left? Just Angel. Okay. Just Angel. Priya, so if Priya's an S-class, she has plus 50% attack. If she's a 6-star, she has 40%. And then also, if you're playing in a different language, there are some problems with the way that the lead skill on Priya and some other tunes and weapons are listed. If you come across that issue, feel free to let me know, and I can try forwarding that issue onwards. Okay, Mercer lead. Defense down, not a big issue. Ended up stunning him anyway. Oh, did not mean to do that like that. Oh well. Sometimes mistakes happen, especially when you don't pay attention. I think I should still be able to kill it this turn, to be honest, because of Rampage, basically, and the rushes that I have. Taunt there. We're going to see how much damage we can do. Okay, so this match is basically over. So yeah, my team right now is doing really, really well. Like, better than I expected it to do. Again, I'm not the fastest hitter here. Go, Robert. So yeah, kind of just holding around, waiting. And I'm hitting a little behind, and part of that's because, like, I went and took a tower to start with, so, you know, unfortunately, by taking the tower and other people not going for the towers, which, you know, they don't have to, I'm going for towers mainly so that I can try and get some war cans. So, for all of you guys who are just tuning in, I'm actually going to be jumping off of live stream right after this match, just because I need to get ready for school, because I am still in school studying. Okay. I don't think I'm going to get off another attack, but it's hard to tell. Depends on if people are struggling at all. Like, I can see some people potentially struggling with this team. Oh, so they got stun on James. Interesting. Mercer, 6-star Mercer. Slater's a tune that I want. Priya. Yeah, they're destroyed. Don't know if I'm going to get around to there. Oh, I'll take a tower at least. Yes, my edumacation is very, very important. Maybe it'll help me not get parking tickets, even though I did move my car on time. Oh, thanks, Creamy. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your donation. NZ, New Zealand? New Zealand? Just taking a guess because I don't actually know what some of these letters mean before when it comes up. But thank you very much for the donation. I really do appreciate it. It'll go towards that parking ticket that I got, unless I can get it removed or whatever. Ugh, I'm still really annoyed at myself for getting that because I'm really good at moving my car on time. Because I set constant reminders. Ooh, I actually might get an attack off here. I really hope that I do because I've kind of just been sitting and waiting for it. Waiting to do something. Oh, very cool. The camp is already... Again, that makes me sad. And New Zealand, that's really, really cool, actually. That's someplace that I want to go someday. Not sure when, but someday. Literally why I sent it. Oh, well, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. And thank you, everyone, for tuning into my channel, checking things out. GG. Thanks, Creamy. And I will see you guys later. I might end up doing another live stream of War later, but it'll all depend on life, because I do have a soccer practice tonight now that I think about it. So if I do stream at all, it'll be like the very end tail of War. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and good luck with AOW.